All of this is your idea. Shouldn't you be the one deciding this stuff?
Alright. You better not complain if you don't like my ideas then, though.
I'm sure just about anything would do. I'm jobless, not picky.
Then it's a date!
Well, I guess this is happening. Whatever this is, whoever this is. I'm way too caught up in the motions of all this to process it, but I don't have the worst feeling about it. Maybe I'm overreacting a little about being able to hang out with a weird tall cosplayer twink. Even if he does seem insane. Oh well, I don't exactly have many options here. Also, before we go, I should just discuss the pricing of this program. Huh? Shit, this costs money? Do I even have enough for whatever this program costs?
So, I'd say for everything I'm doing for you, this whole thing totals to
382,493,999,423
smackaroons. LOL.
And by smackaroons you mean
Dollary dues, of course.
you're joking, right?
I don't know what would be funny about it.
384 to however much you just asked of me, I don't think I could ever pay off in my whole lifetime. I don't even have a job right now.
Yeah, but I'll get you one.
I doubt it'll be one that can pay off a debt like that. Isn't there any other option I can use? Please?
Well, I suppose there's one other favor you could do for me.
Oh, thank God.
I want your organs.
Okay, listen, this isn't the time to be joking. It's not funny.
There's no ruses. Your vitals are just delectable to me. I need them. Especially your eye. I have a gaping feeling in my body that I need to fix. A personal craving perpetuated by a void unfulfilled. And your eye is just the most beautiful eye I've seen in all my years. When I first saw you, I just knew I couldn't go for anything different.
Hold up. Are you legitimately threatening me right now?
What are you gonna do? LOL. Tell the police a vampire robot prince boy materialized into your apartment and vaguely implied mutilation?
I'm so baffled by his hubris that I can't help but be at a loss for words. I feel tension rise as his tone shifts unnaturally and erratically in ways I can't predict. We both pause for a second, as he seems lost in thought.
Well, since you're kinda sort of cute, here's the deal. If you aren't any trouble for me, I'll spare you. How's that sound? This isn't really something I do very often to anyone, so I suggest you take this opportunity graciously.
Jesus. He's really not making any other option I could have sound particularly desirable. Well, if this is my best bet at survival, I'll take it.
Then it's a deal! No need to worry, buddy. You're in hashtag good hands. Hashtag good, hashtag good, hashtag good.
Yowitron pulls my hands towards him and shakes it with excitement, seeming to burst from his every pore. I feel the metal of his prosthetic fingers slightly piercing my palm, which stings, and I feel my own desperation could be smelt from a mile away. I presume that's precisely why this guy is here in the first place. Huh.
This is now officially mission Job Hunting 900000000 Deluxe. Jesus. Hey, don't stress about it, okay? Consider it a favor from you to me. Well, unless you're unable to make this a worthwhile experience for me.
Well, any possible good feeling I had about this is definitely soured by now. Maybe more than soured. More like rotted in the back of a food waste bin for a solid week and pulled back out to be thrown onto the floor. This guy's batshit insane. What kind of person acts like this? I get the impression that I'm in a situation where I don't have as much power as I think I do, even if I alert legal forces. Alas, this is the situation I'm in, and I don't see any other way to get out of it than working. And I suppose he did offer to help with said work. Despite having woken up to another very much real and tangible day, I'm still flabbergasted to realize this guy is also as real and tangible as he could possibly be.
You look shocked. Oh no, what's wrong?
Well, a lot is wrong. But as a starter, truth be told, your less than humane attributes are really off-putting, whether or not it's real or cosplay.
Is it the dogtail? I can chop off the dogtail.
What? No! I don't do well with gore. I don't want that.
Maybe you shouldn't have been playing this game then.
This isn't a game to me, man.
Or playing this route.
What? My body almost collapses just from the sharp change in atmosphere. Hot air fills my lungs so fast I feel like I'm suffocating.
Ah, now this feels like home. Alright, buddy. I have backstage over here, so I know enough to know that around these parts, it's very overpopulated with very small employment rates.
I'm wide-eyed and feel like a scared animal in these surroundings. Am I in hell? Am I dead? Or am I hallucinating? Are you just the first step in a larger hallucination?
Nah, come on. That weird look on your face is really becoming a downer. Shouldn't you be happy? I got you a job. That's what you wanted.
He grabs my hand and drags me across the droughted rocky paths for seemingly forever until we end up within an unsettling industrialized building. Surprisingly, it's colder than the outside, but it's certainly far more humid. I look around. Describing the setting as unwelcoming is an understatement. One corner hosts a meat grinding machine. Another, a line of unidentifiable corpses lined up with chains pierced into them. I gag at the sight of it alone, let alone the smell which almost brings vomit to my mouth.
Well, off you go, buddy. Consider this employment for life, so long as you don't screw up. Okay, so basically, your job is to cut up all of this meat correctly. And, yeah. There's more instructions on the wall.
Hey, can I ask, what kind of meat is this? As soon as he was here, he left, without a word to answer my query. With nothing else to do, I investigate the instructions posted quite modestly against the towering concrete wall. This is bullshit. I decided to reluctantly inspect the line of corpses, in spite of my lack of training. Each mass of flesh is drawn almost as if woven together into a larger amalgamate. I don't even want to think about what it used to be. Even more than that, I'm especially disgusted at the thought of touching it with my bare hands. Do I have to? I know I wanted a job, but this is clearly way too much for any normal person to stomach. I just can't bring myself to do it. Hey, Yowitron, I changed my mind. I'm not dealing with this. My voice bounces across the room to no response. Are you still here? Weird. Considering it's my first day on the job, I kinda expected he would have just been watching over me from the shadows or something. I once again attempt to glean a response from him. We can just find another job for me, right? I just really don't want to touch those corpses or meat slabs or like whatever they're supposed to be. No response again. Where the hell did he go? Maybe he's waiting outside. Or God forbid he wandered off and just left me here. The latter honestly makes more sense considering his untrustworthy demeanor. I have no choice but to take a deep breath and re-enter the harsh hellscape to examine the exterior for any sight of the guy. With nothing but vast stretches of maroon in sight, I take initiative to wander a little myself to see where he went. Sure would beat loitering around the stench of blood and rust all day. I meander around and around for an indefinite period of time. Too long, actually. I realize my mistake just as I get cold enough feet to decide to retrace my steps. When I turn around, the building is completely out of sight. I don't recognize my surroundings either. A cold sweat runs down my face. By this point, thoughts are starting to race through my mind. I'm beginning to realize how dire this is. I choke on the humidity of the air, trying to call out his name. Yowitron? I walk for seemingly miles. My feet begin to tremble. Thoughts are racing through my mind. I shouldn't have left. I'm too far out. There's no way he's here. Anyone? The heat is really starting to get to me. My legs begin to give out on me, and I collapse on the ground. How much time has passed? I don't know. I guess this is it for me. This is what it feels like to die, with no one to even notice. I already feel like a corpse. There's nothing I can do now besides accept my fate. Yeah, it's over. I've accepted it. This is how it ends. I'm just waiting for Mother Nature to have enough mercy to be quick about it.
Do not worry, BL. I was actually here the whole time. I was just ruffling with you. Hashtag trolling, if you would.
What? I can hardly get any words out. I'm choking under the pressure and heat.
Sorry, was I kind of anticlimactic there? I'm sorry.
I can't even think enough to form any coherent sentence. I feel like death. My thoughts are washing away as my conscience does. Something is poking me. I fade back into consciousness, completely disoriented.
Goodness gracious me, can you wake up already? We need you for story development, goodness. God, where am I? I'm having a party at my igloo.
Everything around me is nearly indecipherable from itself, bathed in an unfamiliar assortment of reds as far as the eye can see.
Just kidding. It's my house. Sorry if it's too early for me to be bringing you here. I just got so excited.
God, where am I? Feels like I'm in someone's vitals or something.
Oh, funny that you say that. Okay, let's play a game. You gotta guess what organ this is.
Wait, what? You're serious? Are you telling me I'm in some massive organism right now? I shake off the feelings as I try to get a better look at my surroundings. It looks like there's a lot of red, pulsating mass. This might be the worst time to have failed secondary school biology.
Okay, thinking time's over. Let's guess.
Which organ am I inside of?
Ding, ding, ding! I tell you, BL, playing with you is a real hoot. I have a feeling this is gonna be a dandy old time with you here.
With me here? How am I staying in whatever this is? Show me to the door.
Yeah, about that.
Yowitron pulls out a long line of paper he seemed to have printed off of a fax machine.
BL eviction notice. You are evicted. You have no bitches. Do not return to your past residence for anything except crucial belongings. If you do not come back to us within 5 days, we will auction off all of your belongings.
Talk about paraphrasing if I've ever seen it. Huh? What? Where'd you get that?
Your house.
Wait, can't you let me go back to my house? You should at least let me go back and get my quote-unquote crucial belongings, since it can't have been 5 days already since you found that note.
You seriously underestimate how long you were conked out for, big guy.
Oh God.
So, yeah, next time someone is letting you be their guest at their house, be a little more grateful next time, please.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, anyways, get comfy.
This is a difficult request to fulfill, given the environment. It's incredibly pungent, and the floor's texture makes it feel like I'm inside of someone. Is this a place you come to often?
What are you talking about, silly? It's my house!
There's literally nothing here, though. You seriously live like this?
It's called a male living space, you small-minded fuck.
Well, sure, but do you not even have anything recreational? Any consoles, at least?
Console?
Like video games.
Well,
Yaoitron is fiddling his fingers cartoonishly.
To be honest, I don't know any other games besides the one we just played. Do you know any?
Maybe Osu, I guess?
What? Is that an acronym?
It's this rhythm game where you, like, tap circles, but then also sometimes you also tap balls.
Why would you need to do that when you can just tap balls in real life?
I'm 100% going to die here. Sooner than anticipated, perhaps. My constitution has been poor ever since my arrival in hell. Despite being escorted to a safer place, I haven't recovered very much. As I fail to maintain my composure, I find myself drifting off again. Where am I? It's so quiet. Oh, there's Yaoitron.
Let's have a picnic, MC!
It's so scenic here.
You brought the basket, didn't you?
Yeah. I pulled out a basket from my pocket.
You know what I've always wanted to do?
What?
I want to get fed some yummy grapes by hand. Doesn't that sound nice?
I chuckle. What are you, some kind of Roman emperor? Leering my hand into the basket, I expect to pull out a branch of grapes, but find that all I can grasp onto is a handful of knickknacks, none of which I could recognize as particular objects. As I continue to attempt to find anything of use from the bag, my frantic motions increase, turning from impatience to frustration to desperation. All I'm pulling out is strange, useless junk I can't recognize at all. It's like I'm in some kind of clown's routine with a magic bag. Yaoitron continues to stare at me expectantly. I'm too absorbed to look back.
Are you in?
What? What was just happening? I'm kicked out of my haze when an unfamiliar voice calls out. We're not the only ones in here. I can feel it. I can't quite make out the figure, but it seems to be a girl? Hi, XX underscore Yaoitron 9000XX.
Hi!
She glances at me without seeming to have much concern for my state of illness. Still, I decide to keep quiet for the moment and just eavesdrop on their conversation. I don't understand why you're keeping that guy here. He seems like an invaluable asset. Gee, thanks. And what was that about calling me an asset?
You don't understand, Baka! He's ultra fucking sugoi! You're only saying he's invaluable because you don't even like men.
Yeah.
But also, his eye does also mostly take my fancy.
I don't see many particularly standout qualities to them. Besides being beady.
And juicy.
So why did you want me here again?
Don't you like my company?
Not particularly. After a few seconds of silence and her scanning the room for any reason to stay, she promptly bids her goodbyes, and the scenery is back to being exactly how it usually is. That was weird. Who was that?
Oh, I forgot you're still here. Did you hear any of that?
Nope.
That was my BFF Yuritron 666.
That name is very oddly similar to yours. Are you related or something?
No, but you must hear about my drawn-out and ruthless backstory of poverty, action, crime, and romance before you can truly understand the significance of our friendship.
I mean, I don't really need the full explanation. Just a brief one-sentence synopsis of how you guys...
It all started when I was a wee lad.
Oh boy.
I was just a mere grub, or perhaps less than a grub. Despite being a spawn just like any other from the same womb as Mother Grub, they all treated me as a lesser for my pathetic, wrinkly, slimy skin. With growing tensions, I was eventually kicked out of the warm, humid comfort of the hive and into the cold, brutal earth. I was thrown out, sopping wet. Cardboard box. Well, that's all. Come back next time for the next lore tidbit. Be on time.
Well, that was incomprehensible. He didn't even say anything about his relation to the girl. It hadn't really set in for me because I've been sitting all day, but it's just starting to settle in how long it's been since I've eaten. Yowitron?
What's up?
I'm starving. Do you have anything for me to eat?
Oh, wow. Have we already come this far? Well, if you insist.
Yowitron leaves my eye shot for a few minutes. I don't really know where he could be storing food in this labyrinth of red slimy surface, so I have no clue what to expect. For some reason, the ground has planted me firmly into the fleshy floor, so it's pretty difficult to get up. It's almost like quicksand, though it's not triggering any sort of fight or flight reaction in me. I guess I'll just wait until he comes back to see what's cooking. He's back. His breathing is notably irregular. I think he's wincing too. I raise my brow. What happened?
Nothing. I'm just really excited to prepare your first meal. Can you close your eyes and say ah?
Red flags are immediately going off in my head. Something is definitely wrong. I'll just keep my eyes open if that's okay.
No, you need your eyes closed for the surprise.
He's obviously acting more unsteady than usual. His persistence is kind of freaking me out a little. Listen, it's nothing personal, but I just don't know you well enough to eat whatever mystery food you put on my plate.
Well, if you aren't going to listen, then I guess I'll just have to make you eat whether your eyes are open or not.
Why do you care so much about the... Without letting me finish, Yowitron pins me down. He's being firm, but it still feels like he's trying to avoid being actively rough with me. Even still, I'm taken aback. He's drawing increasingly close. My eyes dart around in panic at this sudden escalation, until suddenly transfixed in horror when I see it. I'm gonna be sick. The blood trailing from it falls on my chest as it suspends just above my mouth. It's only getting closer, and I'm too stunned to do anything. What the fuck? It's at this moment that I realize the black nub where his 5th digit once was. Between the imagery of what he would have had to do to get to this point, and the overwhelming stench below my nose, I'm pale and completely overwhelmed. My body immediately rejects it as it enters my mouth. Something comes back up as soon as it touches my throat. This just causes Yowitron to proceed to constrict me further to reduce my struggling. At this point, I can't read his expression. His body mass is on top of me at this point, in an attempt to hold me down while he manhandles my jaw to simulate chewing for me. All while keeping his other hand firmly on my mouth so it may remain shut. The texture in my mouth is disgusting. The blood is stuck to all the walls of my mouth. There's a feeling of skin and bone that both audibly crunch every time he retracts my jaw. This goes on for what feels like forever. I'm not able to swallow the bone, so it proves difficult for any of the other components to even navigate down my throat. After some considerable time, he releases me. I fall to the floor and heave out anything inedible left in my mouth. What the fuck? Why did you do that?
I knew you weren't going to eat it if I didn't make you do it.
But why that? Why not feed me anything else?
I need to go now.
I feel too lightheaded and sick to protest further. I curl up and go limp on the ground. Here again. A soft breeze fills the meadow like a cool embrace. Today seems like a good day to go for a walk. It's nice to be in my own company. The city feels alive and vibrant, even when I can't see any people. The lights of each building flicker ecstatically. When I'm up here, I feel at peace with myself. Everything is gonna be okay. I take an amble stroll towards the coast. It's one of my most comforting memories, sitting here in the morning with a bottle of water and sand between my feet. Most beaches are packed with people in the daytime, so most people won't know what a pleasure it is to be able to enjoy one all by yourself. Or, well, I guess I'm not all by myself. Am I, Yowitron?
Of course not. You'll never be alone anymore.
It's nice to be able to share these moments with someone. Yowitron's gaze shifts in the direction of the sea. I sit down and do the same. The subtle haze of clouds around the horizon line is comforting. Only thinking about the distant ripples makes me feel like I'm in a soothed trance. Warmth envelops my upper body from behind. It's Yowitron. His head rests on my shoulder. This comfortable silence is all I've ever wanted. Maybe being with Yowitron is all I've ever wanted too.
You're such a silly Billy MC.
Pretty sure you're the silly one, you kook. I graze my left hand below his chin and scritch it gently.
That tickles, OMG!
You're ticklish? Yowie-tron's eyes dart around comically.
Well, are you?
Do you want to find out?
Yes.
Yowie-tron grabs me from below my arms and wiggles his finger in my armpits. All I let out is a slight chuckle.
Dang it! Where's your weak spots, bro?
This is my weak spot, my friend. As good as you're gonna get. I lay my head on the sand. I wasn't a popular kid, but if there's one thing I had, it was definitely the upper hand in tickle fights.
I don't know why I find that as admirable as I do.
Me neither, but it was a nice part of my life. I haven't really had it easy, so I tend to fixate on these pigeonholed memories to cope with my circumstances.
Oh, I get that. I love to think about my best memories, too.
What are your best memories?
Slaying Evilus the Destroyer, obliterating Cerberus, annoying Dominiath the Badass the Third.
Huh. Makes sense. You know, I think I'm starting to get a grasp of what you're all about. You're kind of crazy, but there's a charm to it.
MC! You're too nice to me!
I close my eyes and continue to reminisce on childhood memories. I can't help but smile. It feels good to look back on my life fondly. I'm filled with a strong sense of contentness. What a nice nap. I feel surprisingly refreshed. Even the humidity isn't bothering me right now. Yowie-tron seems to have returned by the time I'm awake, though he seems a little nervous for some reason. He's staring at me as if trying to read my expression.
Hey, MC.
Hey, Yowie-tron.
Is everything okay? You were so upset earlier. It made me really sad. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Yowie-tron looks at me with big wet puppy dog eyes. But, I guess you didn't know any better. I have no frame of reference for how much you interact with humans, but I imagine you're not always up to speed on what's socially appropriate. Like, cannibalism. And I know for sure that you aren't human at this point. Definitely not from the way you taste. I'm trying to make light of the situation a little to alleviate the tension. I think Yowie-tron appreciates my efforts.
You're such a silly Billy MC, saying all these silly things.
That's kind of funny. You said the same thing when we, sorry. I think I lost my train of thought. I think I was gonna tell you about my dream, but I guess it already slipped my mind. Oh yeah! Weren't you telling me a story about how you became friends with a girl or something?
Nah, the next lore drop isn't ready yet.
When will it be ready?
It's time! I was on the verge of death, about to real life die. Sopping wet on the sidewalk, crushing stuff, really. That is, until I was picked up by a kind soul, a little girly pop. She brought me to shelter and taught me a warmth like a very small mother. But most importantly, she showed me something beautiful. That's right, 2 words. Can you guess which ones they are?
Unhinged tyranny?
Boys love. It was in that moment that I knew my true calling in life.
I would still say that would be unhinged tyranny.
And so, I took it upon myself to walk into the great big world and achieve all my goals. It was that moment that I got squashed into the wheel of a wagon. But fear not, for I was isekai'd. To hell, I mean. I got isekai'd to hell.
Now this is just sad. So how are you even alive now?
Hey. No need to get ahead of ourselves, MC.
I would really not mind an abridged version.
Bro hates to stop and smell the roses.
It's mostly that I've been pretty bored sitting around here all day. I kind of wish you had a few enrichments for me, so I had something to do besides stare at the ceiling.
We could play patty cake?
I'll pass.
OMG, MC! Nothing will make you happy, will it? Kya!
Yowitron storms out of the area, tears cartoonishly gushing from his eyes. I guess I struck a nerve? I'll probably have to apologize when he's back. My boredom is really getting to me. I think I've been unconscious most of the time I've been here. It must be some sort of survival mechanism so I can store my energy while having eaten so little. On top of that, I somehow feel as if I'm deeper in the fleshy floor than I was a few days ago. Maybe by about a few inches? I haven't really had a reason to get up, so that probably explains it. Honestly, I feel kind of bedridden. I'm definitely not suited to this environment. I ruffle my tail grumpily and pout. What was that? There's someone knocking at the flesh entrance. Surely it's not Yowitron. He'd just invite himself in. Who on earth could it be? And what business would they have? Open it? If there's someone here knocking, there's a chance they can even help me with my precarious situation. It's not like this is comfortable, and Yowitron certainly isn't doing anything to help with that. For all I know, I'll be stuck here for eternity if I don't take matters into my own hands. I reach out and grab the flesh lumps at the door to pull them towards me, revealing the silhouette of a strange figure. They're an off-colored scene kid? Molgoth? Alien? XX_Yowitron 9000XX. Oh, there is only a weird little man here. How disappointing. I'm the weird one? Excuse me, small human. Doth thou know thine whereabouts of XX_Yowitron 9000XX? Who are you? Why, I am the mighty Dominite the Badass the Third, here on the request of my #1 rival. I see. Incidentally, Yowitron isn't here right now. He's on some mysterious trip out today for whatever reason. Gah! You're joking. The nerve of that man, beckoning me to visit while I was very busy trying to serve my time in prison. I bet he just wanted to bring me here to make me break my moral record of not leaving prison, just to make a fool of me. I wouldn't expect anything less of my rival. How did you casually escape prison? I merely teleported away, of course. The more important question is, what is your business here? You are aware of what happens to anything that stays in this viscera prison for too long, correct? No? Ah, you poor confused soul. If you stay here too long, you will become one with XX underscore Yowitron 9000XX. Excuse me? You and him will be fused, one in the same. It's procedure for him whenever he wants to suck the life force out of any of his victims, if they prove to have a valuable asset for him. I'm a little confused, especially in regards to the body horror implications that seem to be at play here. How do you think he attaches all those assets to his body? Isn't it just cosplay? Good heavens, you truly are naive. The way this guy keeps belittling me like this is kind of pissing me off. Wait, hold on. Are you, by saying this, insinuating that you are not a willing participant? Or let alone even dead? I mean, I'm kinda just here because I don't have a choice. But it's really stuffy and gross in here, and Yowitron never really lets me out. And to be honest, after hearing that whole fusing thing, I'd consider myself the furthest thing from a willing participant. My. They look shockingly disgruntled to hear this information. Quite surprisingly, considering this person seems to be even more familiar with Yowitron than I am. I expected them to have a similar level of empathy and tolerance to this insane situation, aka 0 empathy and 100 tolerance. I see. That does sound rather unjust. Alas, wouldn't it be even more morally unjust to simply leave you here to be digested like some sort of helpless animal? Perhaps I must abandon my prison duties, if it means giving hospitality to your unnurtured soul. Yes, please. Thank you, yes. I would very much appreciate that. Oh, and I nearly forgot to ask your name. I'm Biel. Then take my hand, Biel, for I shall save ye if it's the last thing I do. Prepare yourself for the most fantastical teleportation of your lifetime. Surprisingly wouldn't have been my first. Ugh. Where the fuck did you teleport us? Worry not, fleshy beast. My home is not far from here. We must simply trek over there. Couldn't you have just teleported immediately inside your house? I admit my teleportation skills are far from perfect. I have a habit of merely teleporting into the general area I intend to transmit to, rather than be capable of spawning in a precise position. Because of this, my visit to XX underscore Yowitron 9000XX's accommodation was rockier than I would have hoped. A visualization of this ascetic guy struggling to navigate the less than palpable environment of hell flashes through my mind. It builds some wider context in my mind about how their day must be going. You see, I had the unfortunate happenstance of happening to have teleported right in the middle of a lava pit. Yep, poor fellow. I can totally envision it. Luckily, there is nothing like a good trek from one location to another. We sort of meander through the desert waste, me tagging along a small distance behind. They do seem to walk with such a stride that their confidence is a little infectious, in spite of me falling behind. So, are you, immortal then? I wish. No one in the universe is truly immortal. You had ought to keep this in mind throughout your life if you are to survive in this world. Okay, I don't really see how that'd be relevant to my, by and large, mundane lifestyle. Though I do have to ask, does such a rule apply to Yowitron too? He does kind of seem above it all. But of course. They look sheepishly at me, albeit I am yet to find said weakness in him. Though this does not mean I am not trying. My top priority is fully focused on discovering his weak points, no matter what it takes. Okay. To be honest, although I appreciate your enthusiasm, I find it incredibly concerning that such a person with enough strength to persevere through lava can't even as much as come up with a single weakness of Yowitron's. He's certainly a force to be reckoned with, alright. I think if I ever see his face again, I'm gonna have my ass kicked into my insides, and beyond. Indubitably, my friend, indubitably. You're a really shitty rival. Home sweet home. In the distance is a heart-shaped building surrounded by absolutely nothing but barren wasteland. It feels like if I stepped inside, I could very well be greeted with nothing but a variety of similarly cartoonishly oversized, overpriced chocolates. Why is it here? Whatever do you mean? In the middle of a desert. Ah. See, I just wanted to choose an Earth home as similar to my lavahood home back in my homeland as possible. And that's why it's in the middle of a Saudi Arabian desert. Yes, it's so homely, isn't it? Though despite the major aesthetic contrast, I find the house more intimidating than Dominath themselves. It's strangely brutalist. In spite of the curves that form the heart shape, anyway. So you've got no foot to stand on for yourself. I see. Perhaps I can give you an employment opportunity of some kind. Oh, thank God. Finally, I'll be back to a normal enough life with actual income after all this soon enough. Just like I actually wanted in the first place. An opportunity to be my partner. In many exciting, danger-riddled and treacherous ventures, that is. Very, very employment-y, I say. Oh no. What's wrong? You don't look as enthralled as I expected you would be. It's just that, like, I've just gone through a lot of scary and exciting stuff recently. I sort of just hoped I could get back into the norm. I see. You look troubled. I don't think they had much of a plan B. Okay, tell you what. I'll try going on these ventures with you, and I'll see if I can cope with the lifestyle. But if I can't, then that's it. How does that sound? Oh, that's surely splendid. I'm so glad that you're happy to oblige. I promise, you shan't regret this. Their overconfidence is very comforting. So, what's, like, the plan? I'm simply thrilled you asked. Our mission is crystal clear. Unlike that slimy XX_Yowitron 9000XX bastard, my sights lie in the pursuit of heaven as opposed to hell. I aim only to have the most perfect of any moral compass. Eventually, God will have no choice but to let me into heaven early for the unavoidable acknowledgement of my decency. I see. So, what have you been doing so far to attain this perfect moral compass? Oh, you know, holding doors open, helping grandmothers cross the road, picking up litter, etc., etc. Well, those are all nice and all, but I don't think they really feel early heaven entry. Shouldn't it be more like ending world hunger, world peace, etc.? Well, since we've no infinite food supply, I suggest we aim for world peace. How do you plan to do that? I must admit, the details are somewhat beyond me. How about we just kill a billionaire or something? Are you sure? What the heck? You're the Earthling. I should be trusting your wisdom on the matter. Frankly, I'm on the edge of my seat to get into our venture in uniforms. I propose we do that at the earliest convenience. Well, if you have it on hand, then sure, I guess. But of course I do. But of course they do. Now, as an undercover do-gooder, you must assign yourself a suitable codename number. Codename number? It's not like we can go about an assassination without some level of anonymity, can we? Upon the request, my thoughts drift to your lifetime favorite number, 43507. I cannot explain my inexplicable endearment to this number, yet I have known that I was destined for it your whole life. I have always been particularly good at icebreakers. Can I be 43507? Ah, good choice, my friend. In that case, I hope you shan't have any issue with me being 43506. It only makes sense that I should be one place above you, as the leader of this hench party. How modest. Well, no time to waste, my dear friend. We've got some venture to bros. Hey, so, when you said partner, is there like any... Are we... You know, is there a romantic implication to that? Not in the slightest. I'm honestly impressed that you gleaned as much from anything I said. Sorry. Been too much spontaneous romance thrust onto me lately, and I just don't really know what to expect at this point. Yes, spontaneous and unsolicited romance. I've certainly noted such as a characteristic of XX_YowieTroll9000XX. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of hearing this guy's name at this point. Let's just go kill a billionaire. Yes, let's. Hi.
Who the hell are you, and why are you outside my house?
We are the Venturing Bros. I thought you were non-binary or something. You could tell that just by looking at me. I don't know. I sense aura. Lamau! Okay, well, I mask lean, sort of, if you truly must know. Anyway, we have to kill you now. Oh my god, don't just say that to him, you're crazy!
What, sir? Security!
Oh shit. Quick, Dominate! Don't you mean 43506? Jesus, dude, this is not the time to be pedant! I guess you're right. With one hard bonk of their weird wing horn, Dominath bludgeons the millionaire, killing him instantly. We did it though! It's at that moment that Dominath is shot dead by security. Predictably enough, I follow suit soon after.
Oh shit!
Sorry for your loss, mistress. But, at least you can inherit his oil farming business now.
So, it's time to disenfranchise people from third world countries for profits and stuff, I guess.
If I opened the door to just about anyone, it would probably end in disaster. considering I'm in hell right now. I probably shouldn't get into any trouble with anyone I don't recognize. Besides, I think if I tried to run off with the first person I see, Yaoi-chan's feelings will probably get hurt again. There's silence for a moment, and then knocking a second time. I don't say anything and keep my head low.
Hi, I'm back!
Hi, were you, expecting anyone at the door?
Huh? Oh, shit. Were they already here? Oh my fucking goddamn them and their punctuality! I wanted to see the look on their stupid face when they realized I only arranged a meeting with them to waste their time! Now I'm never gonna see it. I'm distraught.
Sorry that you missed something.
Sniff.
Is there anything I can do to cheer you up?
Well, a little lore drop might raise my spirits.
I guess that'd be fine.
Yay! Story time!
Is that what we're calling it now?
Once reincarnated in the pits of hell, I was but a sad, squashed grub left to my own devices. Yet, my mortal desires had been left unfulfilled. I knew I had no choice left but to fight. Boom! Ka-chow! Boom! I had taken on lots of enemies after several hundred years had passed. I would even take their bodily parts and make them my own. I do a lot of experimenting, though. I kinda look indistinguishable from how I looked just 100 years ago. And 100 years ago, I looked indistinguishable from how I looked 200 years ago. You get the gist, LOL.
So you didn't always look like a Baishonen prince?
Well, I guess you could say I've always been aiming for that. Takes a lot of trial and error and replacement limbs until you look the way you want, though.
Are you saying most of how you look is just cosmetic?
I used to look more intimidating, I guess, but, I don't know. I just kinda did whatever once I realized I was powerful enough without needing parts that reflect that externally.
Huh.
Wait, you still never told me how this relates to that mystery girl from way back when. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I met her like last year. She's my girly pop best friend. I invited her Cracker Barrel dinners. She never shows up, but that's besides the point.
What am I supposed to do with this information?
I don't know, bro. You're the one who asked. But I think we're getting sidetracked.
Depends on your definition of sidetracked at this point. I'd argue we're too lost in the sauce for there to be a main route anymore.
Well, I mean that to say, more like, I think there's a much more important part of this story than just my BFF Yuri-tron. Because now at this part of the story, I've finally been able to meet you.
Really? Do you think of me as that significant?
Of course! I think you're very special to me.
Huh. Maybe it's the intimacy of being literally inside of his bodily orifices, the unsolicited flirtation catching me off guard, or the sudden omnipresent bedroom music. But I admit I'm a little flustered in this situation. Maybe that says more about me than anything. Well, I'm already in this deep. Might as well indulge in getting wooed over while I'm stuck here.
All I want is for you to relax and enjoy the time you have living together with me. You've been so tense this whole time. Really, I wish you'd loosen up a little. You're making me feel like a terrible host.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate anything about your hosting capabilities. Even if your home is non-conventional, I guess I can assume you've done the best with the cards you've been dealt.
Nah, sweetie. Shouldn't you be calling it our home?
I guess I don't have anywhere else to call home, so sure. I don't think this is the kind of environment that a human like me is suited to, though.
But...
And I mean that with no disrespect, but I don't think I can stay here forever.
Can you just, stay for a little longer? Just to see if it grows on you?
Don't stress it. I'll still be here for as long as I don't have a job. Shit. If I don't have a job, how am I supposed to pay off your debt?
Oh, silly MC. You don't have to worry about that. I've already got a brand new use for you now.
What do you mean?
Well, for us to be together, I mean, one whole.
Now I'm really flustered. I think I've been neglecting to acknowledge just how close he is to me right now. But his face really is inches from mine. I always figured he had problems with personal space, but a conversation like this flips that context on its head completely.
OMC.
Yowitron pulls his humanoid arm closer until it lands on my chest, gently resting in place, as if waiting intently for just a moment.
I can feel your heartbeat. Can you feel that? Reverberating all around us?
As he mentions it, I realize the entire room is thumping all around us.
I think you can feel mine too. Can't you?
Yeah, I can.
OMC.
Yowitron lays himself down on the floor beside me, hand still on my chest, as the other mechanical side weaves closer towards my forehead, as if to feel the heat of my body. The sharp ends of his fingers slightly prickle me on my forehead, and the smooth metallic palm is cold to the touch. It's comforting, and I find myself lulled out of my tenseness, and into a deep sleep. It's been a slow day, but sometimes that's not a bad thing. I spent it all lounging around the living room. It's Saturday after all. Nothing lets me unwind better than being holed up with a novel by our fireplace. What a great thing we vouched for a house that provided one. It's a small detail, but the feeling of the flickering warmth is one that you can't replace. Perhaps that's just nostalgia talking though. The association of a fireplace as a place of comfort and safety has been deep-seated in me since childhood. A voice from the other room makes me perk up.
Food's ready!
I place down my novel in relief that we can finally eat. I've been starving all evening. I'm pleasantly surprised by the wafting aroma as I approach the dining room. I have a hunch he cooked my favorite for tonight.
Tuck her up!
Just as I figured, it's a delectable looking comfort meal comprised of toad in the hole, a healthy dose of peas on the side. It's all dolloped with a healthy dose of gravy all over, of course. 4 sausages, huh? You must really want me to not go hungry.
Of course not! Don't you trust your husband to take good care of you?
Of course I trust you. Why would I make you my husband if I didn't? Or at least I definitely trust you to make good food. I test the waters by taking a bite. Wow, your cooking is really good.
Of course it is, silly. I made it with my love for you. Now say ah!
Ah! Yowitron offers a fork to my mouth and I enthusiastically gulp it down. He seems really happy about it. I continue to enjoy my meal, with Yowitron intermittently offering pieces of food to my mouth.
You finished your whole meal! I'm so proud of you! Can I give you good boy pets?
I'll oblige.
Pet, 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 pet!
Yaoitron scritches my head affectionately, then squishes my face, then plays with my horns. You're a really affectionate guy. I've never had anyone touch me like this until I met you.
I just want to show you how much I like you, that's all.
I return the favor and reach out to Yaoitron's head and play with his hair. He reacts by making a purring noise. Or is it a whirring noise? Wow, he's really lulled by this. You might not assume as much seeing him standing perfectly upright in the middle of the room in such a stilted fashion. But I've familiarized myself with Yaoitron and understand these quirks of his. That is to say, you're already asleep, aren't you?
Z's.
Yep, I can tell from a mile away these days. Yaoitron is just as likely to fall asleep standing upright as he is to fall asleep on the floor. One lazy eye, the other fully open. I've seen it before. I ought to let him rest after he put so much effort into making such a nice dinner. I get on my tiptoes to give him a peck on the cheek and let him have peace in his slumber. Another weird dream. I was aching with hunger before, but somehow the feeling has been quelled. Hey, Yaoitron.
Hey, MC.
I keep having these weird dreams with you in the... I notice something that stops me in my tracks completely as I'm looking at Yaoitron. His hand. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Yaoitron, where's the rest of your fingers? What did you do? This is... Oh my god. I think I'm losing my mind if I stay here any longer. These dreams and the fingers and...
Dreams? What about dreams? Aren't we already sleeping?
Huh? I'm enveloped with the presence of natural scenery. Or... is it closing in on me? I think I need to get out of this place. I struggle to force my body to listen to my pleas to run, but I'm losing this battle for lucidity. I pull at anything, the ground, the sky, warping it into anything of my own agency. I don't recognize anything I see. I'm scared. I don't know where I am. Where am I? I'm at home. Doesn't that make me feel comfortable? Doesn't that make me feel self-assured? Especially when my other half is with me. Right? No. This is wrong. Something is terribly wrong.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I don't know.
IDK!
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What was that? There's someone knocking at the flesh entrance. Surely it's not Yaoitron. He'd just invite himself in. If he was going to be here, he'd already be here. He's always here with me. Around me, next to me, inside me. I'm enveloped. Suffocated. I can't stop it. It won't stop. It's too late.
But that doesn't matter, does it, Yaoitron? I guess it doesn't, Yaoitron. You gotta take the edge off, silly head. Yeah, I'm getting too up in my own head, silly head. It's okay to get all up in your own head, though. My head? You want to get inside my head? When you say it like that, it sounds crazy. Actually, it sounds so normal. I want to get inside more than just your head. Yowitron totally crawls on Yowitron, and Yowitron starts, putting his tongue in Yowitron's mouth. Isn't Yowitron so warm? Yowitron thinks so. Yowitron thinks so too. So does Yowitron. When we're together, it's kind of like we're becoming whole. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't self-actualization beautiful? Isn't it beautiful to be me? Yowitron wants to get closer. Yowitron wants to have what Yowitron doesn't have. And if Yowitron has what Yowitron doesn't have, then Yowitron has what Yowitron has. It's beautiful, isn't it? Throbbing, twitching, glossy. Maybe there's still a part of you in there, even when you're a part of me. Maybe you're scared. But you're a part of me now, and I'm not scared. I'm whole! Or rather, I'm whole. Now that my gaping hole has been filled, the hole in my head that was driving me crazy. I think this is it. Enlightenment.
Do I have to? But remembering my own life possibly being on the line, the horror of the thought pushes me to try to apathetically get my hands dirty. I still feel sick. The corpses are heavy, and it reminds me just how human these things used to be. I think so anyways. Whatever the implication is, it's probably gruesome either way. Well, whatever. I throw all of the bodies into the meat grinder. It sloppily churns the meat, spraying blood everywhere. It gets all over my body, and I flinch in disgust. But I know that I need to thicken my skin, so I avoid flinching the preceding time. And then I do it again. And again. And again. Losing track of time makes it easier to get lost in your work. The sensation of someone watching me has faded without me even noticing. He's gone, and I'm alone. Just me, my thoughts, and this meat machine. Being in literal hell for so long doing low-bar dirty work tends to leave your mind in dark places. Specifically, places of spite. I was sick of this after all. I didn't ask to sign my life away to eternal labor, and for the longest time, I've had no control over my life. That changes today. I've become quite strong from this extensive labor, and I know just how to put that to my advantage. That's right, it's demon maiming time. Nothing in Aisha was safe from my wrath. My footpath turned to a long, gory painting of splayed organs and humanoid features with agonized expressions, if any expression at all. My prestige increased more and more too, making me more than just a mortal the more souls I fought through. I was becoming a demon lord, a god to some. I was unstoppable. I even got an H-cup demon girlfriend at one point, but I'm gay, so that didn't last very long. However, after years of murder sprees, I was growing dissatisfied. I had to challenge something on my own level. The guy who brought me here in the first place. I had to find him. It had been so long that I could hardly even remember his name anymore, though. What was it? XX Yonkotron XX? Gay rights for 20? Yeah, it's past me. Not like I care that much. I just go the brute force way, attacking every demonic force and raiding every torture chamber in this world until it holds life no longer, one by one. I would stop at nothing until I found him. And soon enough, I would. Look at him just standing there like nothing. Shitty bastard.
OMG, it's you! How's your life going? Glad I didn't steal your eye, huh?
Shut up. I'll kill you.
Whoa there, Buster. Let's not get too cocky. This is so cute, though. This can be our enemies to lovers kawaii-ful arc, and you'll truly fall for...
Not being able to stand a second more of his voice, I charge at him, going for the kill. Yet, as if already predicting my move, he dodged without a sweat.
You wanna make it like that? Alright, I'll give you what you want.
Go to hell! We both charged at each other, clashing and shedding blood like our lives depended on it. Categorically speaking, it was unfathomably cool. Maybe not as cool when you're the one getting beat up for an eternity, but I digress. Though as time passed further and further, I began to realize this was a total stalemate. Damn. I can't say I'm as mad about it as the average person, though. I've grown acquainted to fighting as a sport at this point, so I can appreciate duking it out for all eternity more than the average mortal. At least I'll look unbelievably sick while I'm doing it.
How Freudian!
I'm just gonna ignore whatever implications there are of him responding with that.
Does it look like there's pee in here?
Sorry, I was just assuming grossest case scenario, knowing everything I've seen of you so far.
Well, take that as a compliment!